that thing up. There we are.
Do this. All right. Now we should have some sound. Let's hope there's some sound happening. Because if we had the better microphone, it's just we couldn't do it. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's okay. Do the spiel again.
Do the spiel again. The issues. Yeah. All right. Let's do the Kinski turn. Maybe it's going. Here's the Kinski turn. Hello and welcome to the show being broadcast to you straight from the heart of Linz. This is It Should Be About Something.
That's Jim Libby.
That's Michael Smulik.
And we are live tonight because we were here doing a show, and it was a great show. We had 250 people live.
It was amazing. So, all you isboozas, isbazoozlas, isbazes out there, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors and everybody in between, slurp, slurp. I forgot my ice. All right. There we go.
So thanks for joining us this late.
Yes, and let's make sure, let us know if you can hear us. If I know we have issues, we have something happening on the mic. We want to make sure that you can hear us. Otherwise, it's ridiculous. Please hop on the chat and let us know if you can hear us. And if you can, then I'll change it on everything. Yeah, it's super cozy here, Pavlov's dog. While somebody can confirm oh, here we go. Sound okay. Sound okay. I think the sound's okay.
Yeah, I think the sound's okay.
Mid, done, super close. Okay. If the sound's okay. We are now outside in Linz. It's beautiful. It's super sunny.
It's 31 degrees.
We're at the POSTHOF, where every year
for the sunny it is back there.
Over the past 20 years, how many years? 21 years?
At least.
Since 99, Billy? Was war die erste Meisterschaft? 2000.
For 21 years.
21 years.
It's going to be 21 years this December.
This September, 21 years doing the championships of improvisation here in Linz. And we've been here for 20 of those years. And it's been wonderful. And so today we got to play with the lovely ladies from Theater Bahnhof. You'll all get a chance to meet some of them, hopefully. If you are interested in meeting somebody from Theater Bahnhof, put it in the chat.
Yeah, tell us who your favorite Tibbler is.
Yeah, do you have a favorite Theater Bahnhof?
Your favorite lovely ladies of Tib.
If you don't know anything about them, tell us whether you want to find out about them. We also have the lovely and talented Sophie Kozulu with us.
Premiere it was tonight in Linz.
That's right.
She's never played here before. It was the first time in Linz. First time in Linz with the Lovers.
Yeah, first time in Linz with the Lovers. Yeah, the mic is going to be really bad.
Bad mic. No, I think she means me.
She means you. Okay, good. I hope everyone can hear us. I still don't know. Still hard to tell. Anyway, we had a lovely show, and the food is always very good here, and we had some really yummy food.
And we had a great show. We had a great audience, and it was a very fun show. But I think because we're on the Wi-Fi here, and it's all kind of makeshift and rugged, we're going to try and keep the show light. We're going to make this a late night live short, right?
Yes, yes. I think we are going to have to.
Short and sharp.
Short, sharp, shocked. Remember that album?
I do remember that album.
Michelle Shocked.
It was one of the first albums that was recorded on DAT.
It was one of the first albums recorded on DAT.
One of the other crazy albums from that time that was recorded on DAT was Jagged Little Pill by Lars Morissette.
Yeah. I had Short, Sharp, Shocked on vinyl.
Dang.
Yeah. So, we sound absolutely fine. Okay, well then we're going to muscle on. We're not going to take too long because we are on the Wi-Fi's and who the hell knows what's going to happen. But for those of you who are joining us for the first time, normally It Should Be About Something comes to you in 3 parts. We might do that tonight, but we've got so many friends we want to introduce you to. Oh yeah, by the way, we also played this evening with Mr. Klaus Erharter. For those of you who don't know, Klaus is an English lover, and we haven't seen him for a long, long time.
He was sick.
He's been sick for a long, long time, but he showed up here in Linz and played with us. And
it looks like he's on the mend.
And
I think it's Klaus's first time in Linz as well.
It is absolutely his very first time here.
The Lovers rocking Linz on premieres.
They still didn't let him inside the theater, though. They only let him play outside.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's got sticky fingers. So I'm suggesting that we move on to topic number 1 and maybe get somebody else to come in and talk to us about that.
All right. Well, everyone is in Gespräch, but who could we get? They're all in Gespräch.
Okay. Well,
All right. Well, then we can wait. We're going to move on to chapter 1, and maybe we'll get our special guests. We'll see. I think I did the videos right. Oh, by the way, if anybody was around for last week's show with Belush Karani, please put in the chat and say how great that was, because that was really awesome. We were so happy to have him as a guest. All right, let's move on.
I was happy to have him as a guest.
Yeah, we're going to move on to chapter 1. On your favorite concerts.
It's a really, really difficult question to answer.
It is a super difficult.
But I'm going to go with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it was the U2 360 concert.
YouTube 360.
Yeah, that was that concert that they played. You could sit anywhere all around and the whole stage turned.
Was that the Zooropa tour?
No, it was the Atomic Bomb tour.
Okay, because I saw them on the Zooropa tour.
That was way before. This is like three or four albums later.
Okay.
This is 2013 or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw them in I saw that in the 90s, I think.
Yeah, Zooropa was 92, I think. Yeah, because that's the one when I think of an unbelievable concert experience, that's the image that immediately comes to my mind. As soon as I start thinking about it, there's 20 other concert experiences that are incredible and in that zone.
Right.
But it's because the visual quality of that show was so incredible that I think it just sticks in my head, right? It was just such a you know like a Las Vegas extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
It was complete overkill. Oh yeah, and we got €40 tickets. That was so fucking amazing. The concert was sold out.
Right.
Months before, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and hang out by the stadium and see if I can get some tickets.
Right.
And I was like, hang on, and people were selling tickets for like $200, and it was raining, and we were like,
I need a miracle. I need a miracle.
and then this guy comes up to me and sells me tickets for $45, and they're behind the stage, and I'm like, but wait a minute, this is a 360-degree tour, right? So being behind the stage is as good as being anywhere. So it ended up that we had €40 tickets, and we were behind the stage, but we were so close to what was going on, and it was a 360 experience anyway. So
Right.
It was just
Amazing.
it was I think it was the closest I've ever been to the stage.
Right.
And usually when you're close to the stage, you're low, so you're looking up like this. But because we had seats, I was really close to the stage, and I was looking down on the stage.
Right.
It was fucking amazing.
Okay, so I want to know more about this. And by the way, yes, please take a page out of Kathy's book. We want to know what's your favorite concert experience, live music experience. What was your favorite concert? Was there a tune from that concert that sticks out particularly in your mind? Yeah,
Totally. And it's my favorite song from that album, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, called Love and Peace.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite U2 tunes, and they did a kind of half acoustic version of it, and it was just fucking amazing. It was a fantastic fucking concert. The whole stadium was abuzz way before the band came out.
Right.
Like everybody was doing the wave, and there's like 50,000 people going, oh, whoa, and the waves going around the stadium 360 for like half an hour before the show, right? And then they come out, and there's like, I don't know if you've been to concerts in stadiums where there's been like thousands of people sitting, and the band comes out and everybody just remains seated, right?
Yeah.
But it's like they came out and everybody was on their feet immediately. It's like, wow! It was so fucking cool.
Were you a big U2 fan always? Were you always a big U2 fan?
Yeah, I think I started listening to them in 1983, I guess, or 84, like around the War album.
Right.
And I was a big fan of theirs until like mid 90s. Then there were a couple of albums that I like didn't buy, so I also don't even know what they're called.
Right.
But I really liked How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. And then what they've done since then is like, but I, they're still a band that I go and see live because some of the best tunes of my youth were written by that band. So.
Interesting. So let's have a quick look here at the chat. A quick hello to everybody that's showed up so far.
Dang, and there's lots of people,
Kathy,
and lots of people chatting.
And Philly Girl is here. Ethan Pelletier, what up, my nephew? We got Pavlov's dog in the house. We got...
we've got a snake. Is Moko here?
Moko is here. Moko in the house?
Moko.
What happened to Moko?
Yeah, Moko dropped something in our tip jar.
Shut up. Thank you, Moko.
Aww.
Thank you so very much. Billy? Yeah, it's all working. Can you come and sit with us in this thing? All right. Ciao. Wir haben eine Sessel für dich.
Oh, thank you very much.
So we're going to curtail our favorite concert stories chapter because we got this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everyone in between, we would like to introduce you to one of our favorite people in all of Linz.
In all of improv.
This is Wilfried Steiner. The Willy.
The guy who makes it happen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Like lots of the things that we've been doing for the past 20 years wouldn't happen without this guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Willy is the artistic director, I guess is what we're going to call you.
Yeah, that's correct.
You're the artistic director of the POSTHOF. How long have you been doing this?
It's for more than 20 years.
More than 20.
More than 20 years, and it's for me very amazing as well because I never thought I'd be so long in the same place. But it's so much fun to work with guys like you. Mm-hmm. Of course. Mm-hmm. So that always the impulse to leave it was not strong enough. So I stayed.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. You think you could go and do something else, but the people you are in contact with where you are, it's probably a pretty good bet to stick around because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have nice people around you, great technicians, great workers who are doing all the things with you together, and there's some like friendship growing and everything. So it's very hard to go away then. And I also have the double life that I'm a writer as well.
Now hold on a second, because this is what I want to tell folks about too. So not only is Willy the artistic director of the POSTHOF, which is, I mean, let's be honest, it's one of the centers of culture in all of Oberösterreich. Outside
How do you say Oberösterreich?
Upper Austria.
Upper Austria. Upper Austria in English.
Austria.
Well, yes.
With the
Yes. It's one of the centers of culture in all of Austria, which is the Nobel of the world. It's,
well, in Linz begins.
But the fact is that this guy has brought artists from all over the world to this very little part of the world. And one of the things that I'm incredibly impressed by about Willy is his taste, because it's not only incredibly broad. He knows about theater, and he knows about cabaret, and he knows about literature, and he knows about dance, and he knows about, it's to be able to curate over 20 years is amazing. But on top of all that, Willy is an accomplished author. He is a writer of books, of which I am also a fan. So, Willy.
wow,
Your book's
I'm getting
been
very
translated
red.
into English.
No.
You haven't been translated in English yet. But tell us a little bit about your author work. You're working on a new one now. But
No, then
how many books have you written so far?
10.
10.
10.
Motherfucker has written 10 books.
How many books have you written, Jim?
Yeah, 0. The goose egg, big goose egg on the books side of my reckoning.
I started writing a book.
Did you?
I did.
Really? I've started several times.
I started writing a very short book called Uncle Mike's Take on Acting. All you need to know in 5 pages.
Oh,
Yes. I got to page 2.
okay. Okay. And you never...
I think it's on my desktop.
I don't know. Okay.
But Billy has actually written, completed, and published 10 books.
Yeah.
This is
Of
amazing.
which I've read 2.
Yeah, I've read at least 3. But I don't want to know all about all of them. Do you have a favorite of these 10?
No, the favorite is the one who's been finished last year, and it's the very intense period of writing when you have the lectorate is finished, and then you wait for the real publisher, the good publisher. So I still don't know where it will be published.
I see. So you've written it, it's been edited, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
And now you're just trying to get somebody to copy it off for
Yeah,
you.
and
I've got a photocopier.
No.
I've got a photocopier.
No.
I could maybe do this for you. I could be a publisher. No. You that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Now,
And by the way, I wrote during the lockdown, I wrote 2 little essays.
okay.
One about anarchism and anarchism
Anarchy?
in Munich, anarchy in Munich, about Gustav Landauer, and one about Arthur Rimbaud, which I like very much, the famous poet Maudit from France.
The famous poet Maudit. I mean, this is how smart my boy is. He's very. You specialize in writing books about literature.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to know the names of the books, but what were the centers of these 10 books? The first one was.
The first 3 I can summarize a little bit. All the first 3 are about art.
Right.
And the first one was about English poetry, English romanticism,
That was the Coleridge one.
the Coleridge one.
I love this book. This is an amazing book.
Not translated into English, but
Not
Coleridge.
translated into English yet. We're going to give Michael that job.
The second one, also not translated into English, was about the painter Francis Bacon
I also read this one.
and also Lucien Freud. And it's about a stolen picture.
That's
Very
right.
famous stolen picture, which is still not found in reality.
Because Michael's hiding it in his basement.
Because I'm hiding it in my...
You're hiding it in your basement.
Yeah.
Did we ever tell you about the painting that we found in a castle that turned out to be a Rubens?
Yeah.
No, this is a true
that's
story.
true.
This is a true story.
No. How?
Okay.
We were shooting The English Lovers Moving,
Yeah.
and we were looking for a backdrop for this one shot.
Yeah.
And we were rummaging, and he said the guy who owned the castle, we were renting, so we could shoot this. He was like, "Yeah, there's that painting. You just rummage around. We found this thing. We hung it up and we rolled it down." And he was like, "Oh, you found this? I've been looking for that." And then he had a guy come in and have a look at it, and it turns out it's a Rubens that's been missing for a ton of.
That Rubens painted this painting 3 times. There's one in the National Museum in Sweden. There's one in a private collection, and this would be a 3rd one that was found after
Really?
all these. Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. True story. Okay.
I'm still not sure if I trust my friends concerning this story.
See, that's
I
how
have
you.
to say this.
That's how everyone
And
knows
I think
that Billy's known us for a long
it's great
time.
segue. What's your favorite concert?
Yeah.
My
so-
favorite concert.
Yeah. What was your absolute favorite concert of all time?
which is a crazy thing. to ask.
I think it's. I can say both were not here. The one was the Peter Gabriel concert with So. I saw it in Munich when
So tour
was released, but the
Holy
first
shit.
one. But the first one.
So that would be like Sledgehammer was on that, right?
Yeah.
And you had
Mercy Street.
Mercy Street. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And I'm Chinese in Gabriel since a very long time, and I saw this Peter Gabriel show in Munich. It was amazing.
When was that? Would have been like late.
No
88?
no years, no years.
No years.
No
Okay.
years.
All right. No years. No years.
Chicos, no
In your young days. All right. And you had the second one.
And another one was I like very much the Melvins. They're doing something like a
The Melvins,
kind of slow motion avant-garde metal.
slow motion avant-garde metal, I
It's
think
really,
is the
really
best description.
very amazing. And I saw them 3 or 4 times. 2 times I had them in Salzburg, where I was before Linz, and I saw them once here. But I saw one concert in Ebensee.
Agency.
Ebensee.
Okay.
And Ebensee did concerts for a very long time. I think they were one of the first shows ever in Austria by Nirvana was also in Ebensee and in Linz.
Did I ever
think-
tell you that I was with the Melvins on the night that Kurt Cobain killed himself?
No, really?
I was at a
I don't
Melvins.
think that these guys are telling me true.
No, we get around. We get around.
This is the truth. On the night Kurt Cobain killed himself, I was at a concert at Zoots in Portland. It was on Forest Avenue, and it was a little tiny alternative club that helped to frame my sense of purpose and art in life. And that
You
night,
were with King Basso.
and Buzzer was there, and there was maybe 50 people in this room. And just before the concert started, they came out on stage and said we were thinking about canceling the show tonight because a very good friend of ours, Kurt Cobain, took his life. And we are pissed and we are angry, and we wanted to say that he shouldn't have done that. He didn't need to do it. But instead of canceling tonight, we are going to play and dedicate it to him. And after the show, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but we're going to do something. So the Melvins then played the show. And afterwards, like I said, there was like 50 people in the room, and we all walked down Congress Street to Monument Square, which is a square in Portland where there's a big monument. And already by the time we got there, it's probably 11:30 at night, there were hundreds of people, candles, people singing songs. It was, of that time, it was like when the moon landed, or when Kennedy got shot, or you know what I mean? It was
John Lennon got shot.
or when John Lennon got shot. It was crazy. People singing, people talking, and we just all walked. That was the night, and it was with those guys
Wow.
in that room.
Wow.
Crazy.
What a final, chicos. I'm going back to my seat. Thank you very
Thank
much
God.
for having.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everyone in between.
Wilfried Steiner.
Thank you very much.
By the way,
Thank you very much.
there's hellos here to Willy from Kathy Tanner
Oh, Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
and from Andrew Toy.
Andrew Toy, who's
Hi.
an old buddy. Very cool. Oh yeah, and the Melvins, they're also a Seattle band. Because we've got Pearl Jam. Ciao. We
Pearl
got
Jam, I like very
Pearl
much. The
Jam
live
was a
album.
Seattle band.
So Pearl Jam, I
The
saw
live album is very, very great. They did.
Yeah.
live in Salzburg am Hauptplatz.
Oh, really?
Man, that was a fantastic concert. Eddie Vedder came out before the warm-up band
Okay.
and played a song that I've never heard on any album ever.
He has such a
And
great voice.
he just came out with a Telecaster and he played the song, and it seems to me that it only happened on that night,
Right.
because there's no recording of it on any, because that was the tour where they recorded every show and you could order the show that you'd been to.
Oh.
But they only
wow.
started recording that show once they went on stage later at the concert. So the song that he played before the show,
Wasn't
I've never heard
recorded.
again, and it was just like he was
Well-
there playing the song. Right?
Well-
It was just incredible.
Super cool.
I really, he is very great with cover versions as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's such
Oh,
a
yeah.
brilliant voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Chicos.
Billy
Thank you
Steiner,
very much.
Thank you, buddy.
Pleasure.
See you soon.
So,
Guy's awesome. That guy has paid us money to make shit up over years, for 20 years. Without that guy, I would not have paid my rent for a long time. We love him.
getting paid to make shit up. So Jim,
Yeah.
we've got some 9 Inch Nails here. Dang, I mean, this sounds
Nine Inch
amazing.
Nails at the Gorge. I want to know what the Gorge
is this like this sounds like it could be a live, like a live Red Rocks kind of thing.
People
like-
stops the show to tell people to. He stops the show to tell people to calm down. I'm a huge. I mean, Pretty Hate Machine. I love that album when it came out. I made fun of a friend of mine. My buddy Brad Cook. when I was in high school, introduced me to Nine Inch Nails. His name was Brad Cook. He was a really good guitar player. They had a band for a little while, but that's another story. Anyway, Brad introduced me to them, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's really cool. And he was like, well, they're coming, you know, for a concert. We should go and check them out. And it was like, I don't know, like 3 months after Pretty Hate Machine had come out. Head Like a Hole was the big tune. Loved it. But I remember making fun of Brad. I was like, a concert by Nine Inch Nails? What was it going to be? It's just going to be like one dude hitting play on a tape recorder, you know, because it was such a constructed album. But I will eat that crow because we did end up seeing him in Portland, and it was amazing. And I was a huge fan of industrial music. I got to see Pigface live. I got to see a mind is a terrible thing to taste. What the hell were, you know, Al Jurgensen? Somebody tell me what's the name of that band. I got to see them twice. I saw My Life with Thrill Kill Cult. Yeah, I was into industrial music for a while.
I don't think I've ever seen an industrial. Oh no, wait a minute. I saw Mr. Bungle. Do they count as industrial?
I would not count them as
They're more
industrial.
like crossover industrial.
Yeah, they're super weird. You saw them?
I saw them live.
You saw them?
Fuck, it was
Mike Patton, was he amazing? Or
he is the most incredibly energetic person I've ever seen on stage. Like, he came out, I think that the whole thing on that tour was they were wearing these masks, and he came out wearing this mask, and he was jumping around and moving around. It was just incredible. I can't say I was ever a fan of Mr. Bungle. You know, and I listened to the album a couple of times before I went to see the show, because I'd been asked whether I want to go by a colleague, and he was totally into it. It was actually because we started talking about Angel Dust, the album where he joined
Faith No More.
Faith No More, who I saw live, and they were fucking awesome.
Now, was that the album? There's one album where he's got this like really low voice, and it's sort of a talking song, and he's talking a guy who's like going to kill himself on hanging.
No, that's Angel Dust.
That is Angel Dust.
I'm never gonna talk to my kids. Throw a rope over the curtain, shower curtain rail, and swing.
Unbelievable.
We got Willie Nelson in Dallas.
Okay. Now this is Ethan Pelletier, so I know a little bit about Ethan. He's on the younger side, so that means he's seeing old Willie Nelson in Dallas.
Right.
So I'm wondering how fit was Willie? Was he killing it? I bet he was killing it. I saw a very old Van Morrison before he turned crazy and decided.
I saw him last year.
Oh yeah.
The last tour he did. So maybe it's 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. And he still brought it. I mean, when I saw him, he brought it.
I didn't like it.
He didn't bring it until the last 3 tunes, but he brought it.
Now, I was very disappointed by that concert. It's like the band lit up when he walked off stage.
Yeah.
And suddenly the concert started grooving. The moment he walked off stage, it was like, oh, now we can have fun. No, I was very disappointed by that.
Wow. Okay, but Willie was good, huh? I bet Willie was really good.
We've got some Led Zepp here in 1976.
Well, that was Kathy, and it was earlier.
Yeah.
Kathy, yeah, because Kathy was at the concert where Led Zeppelin debuted, and it was in Dublin. Yeah,
it's almost impossible to believe that.
It is. It is. But I have seen. Because you know how bad Kathy is with dates. You know how bad Kathy is with...
No, I don't.
Oh, your man there with the thing.
No, I never noticed that before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, thanks for backing me up on this
I can't.
Apocryphal story. But the apocryphal story that I'd like to tell is that Kathy has told the story many times, and it is kind of one of those unbelievable, like, seriously, you were at that. There was a concert, and it was in that time, and it was in Ireland. So I'm going to back Kathy up.
It's like Billy going, you weren't with the Melvins the night that
Kurt
Cobain shot himself, right?
Yeah.
So what was your favorite concert?
Do I have a favorite concert? There are so many. There are so many.
What about Rammstein?
Okay. Well, that's Anna went to Rammstein.
Now that's a band that I'd love to see live.
I think they would do it amazing. I mean, she's told me about that.
That's theater, man.
Okay, so one of my favorite concerts that I ever went to was the first Lilith Fair concert It was in Boston, and it was like at like Foxwoods, I think.
Lilith Fair is the name of the band.
No, Lilith Fair was, this is in the 90s, and it was during that time when everybody thought the world was going to get better, and you had Lollapalooza. You remember that concert? No, Jane's...
Well, it's still around.
It's still sort of around, yeah, but Jane's Addiction, you know, they started that thing. And Lilith Fair was like a big gathering of mostly female artists, I think for all female artists, for the most part, female artists. And they would tour around kind of like Lollapalooza. And you had like the Cardigans were there. You had Tracy Chapman was part of that one. It was, what was her name? Lori McLaughlin? No, Janice McLaughlin, the Canadian singer McLaughlin. Anyway, she kind of put it all together.
Okay.
What did I call it?
Lilith Fair.
Yeah, the Lilith Fair, exactly.
Yeah.
And so you had all these great people. Fiona Apple was on that tour. And I was working at a bar in Boston, and these two dudes came in, and we got a lot of people. There was a really nice place that I worked at, and we got a lot of famous people coming in there. And I got into a conversation with these dudes, and one of them, it turns out, I find out, okay, they're both musicians, and they're in town for the Lilith Fair.
Yeah.
But one of the dudes, he played on the Michael Penn album, March. Do you remember Michael Penn?
Yeah.
Michael Penn, brother of
Sean Penn, and he did a lot of film music, and wasn't he married to one of the Hart sisters?
Well, he was married to no. He was
married.
He was married to the woman from Till Tuesday.
That's right.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Whose name I'm blanking on.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you want a cool picture of your show?
We want the coolest of all the pictures.
Absolutely.
Hold on a second. What's your name?
Lucas.
Lucas, come here for a second. Lucas,
sit down.
come sit down for a second.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Hey, everybody. Hello, ISBAS. This is Lucas. He's somebody who's just came up to
Yes.
sell us a picture.
No,
We're
give it to you.
We're live on YouTube right now.
Wow. Okay.
You were at the show, Lucas?
Now I'm excited. Yes. Yeah. I was at the show.
Okay. And did you enjoy the show?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Have you seen a show here at the POSTHOF before?
Not by you guys, but by other kind of.
Have you seen improv shows here? Or...
No, I haven't seen improv.
great.
Okay.
But I've seen you in Vienna in Drachengasse a lot of times. Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yes. I'm a great fan. Yeah.
Okay, so you came down to Linz, or did you happen?
No,
to be
no.
in Linz?
I'm in Upper Austria now.
Ah, cool. What are you doing in Upper Austria?
I'm a teacher. In Linz.
Cool.
We love teachers. We always love
Did you
teachers.
come to Drachengasse with Martin Buchsbaum or one of those other guys
Yeah.
teaching at the university?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, from University
Nice.
Anglistik. Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
And so you
Cool.
got a teaching job in Upper Austria?
In Linz. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Do you like it?
I like it.
Who are you teaching?
I'm teaching 10 to 15-year-olds. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you like them?
I like it.
Okay, you hear that, kids? You hear that, kids? Your teacher does like you, because anybody who's anybody's on YouTube. And that means they're going to find out. Lucas did you solid. So you got a cool picture of us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That one's great. I like it.
I'm going to show this to everybody. So this is the picture Lucas is trying to sell us.
I don't want to sell it to you.
That is a cool picture. Look,
I like it.
we've got Trick.
Your hands. Jazz hands.
It's the jazz hands.
Jazz and
So many jazz hands.
Is that the jazz song from the beginning of the show? Yeah.
So many jazz hands.
Yes.
Yes, we totally need this picture. Do you need to know where to send it to?
Yes.
Shall I give you a phone number?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So how was it for you? How long have you been a teacher in Upper Austria?
For 2 years.
2 years. So you had 1 year of normal and 1 year of Crazy Town.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically a half year of normal and 1.5 years of crazy time. Yeah.
That's amazing. And how did you survive Crazy Town? Was it okay?
Yeah, with a lot of beer and a lot of spritzer in between. Yeah, I survived it.
All right. Do you have a specialty when you teach?
I don't know. Well,
Do you like do you specialize in English? Do you specialize
yeah,
in
I
history?
specialize in English and history.
Do you have a favorite history fact?
A favorite history fact. Well,
Something that not everybody
Lately-
knows.
no. Lately, I've been exploring a bit of pandemics and
Yeah.
the history of pandemics, and they're actually very common. And,
Oh,
and
yes.
I like this fact that they come up every once in a while, and they are kind of there all the time. I mean, if you look 30 years ago, the HIV/AIDS pandemic was all over the world,
And we all learned to wear condoms, and you would never think about having sex without a condom. And in this one, we all learned to wear masks, and so you will never, you know.
Right? And the other pandemic that I remember particularly is polio. Like when I was a kid, polio was like a really bad thing.
It makes it seem
and
like
it's like
Michael is
it was around.
incredibly old because Jonas Salk cured polio many
the
years before
50s.
he was alive. But you have to remember, Michael grew up in South Africa, and so it
Lots
took
of
a
polio
while
around.
Okay.
to get there, right?
Like I remember being worried as a kid, like
Okay.
within our circle of friends, that we might get polio. And
Okay.
it might not have been that it was a danger that was real, but it was that looming demon was there, and polio was definitely more frequent as a disease in South Africa than it was, or in Africa in general, I guess, right? Than it would have been in Europe at that time.
It's like measles, and it's coming up again. Yeah, if not enough people get the vaccine, there it is.
So, I keep trying to get. I need what I really want is a factoid. I want to know what your favorite history fact is.
My favorite history.
Like my favorite history fact is that if you were to look at the timeline, if you could put time on a line, and you look at the building of the pyramids is over here, and over here is the moon landing.
Okay.
Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing
Okay, close.
than she did to the building of the pyramids. And that's a factoid.
You just got factoided. You're welcome.
So, do you have a good factoid for us?
Okay. If you have the mammoths here,
Yes? Oh, I love mammoths.
and you have today here,
Yes? Where's the building of the pyramids?
it is here.
It is!
Actually. Yeah.
You just got factoided. You're welcome.
The last
I have to tell you guys about this amazing experience I had at the Museum of Natural History in Vienna. There's this globe that you can wind up, and it shows you what was happening on Earth and where the continents were at that time. And at the time of dinosaurs, and when that meteor hit the Earth, South America was still joined to the north of Africa.
Yeah. And they kind of
And
fit together.
And they fit together and they drift apart after that happened. So while we talk about these are dinosaurs from South America, and these are dinosaur finds from Africa, and these are dinosaur finds from Europe, most of those dinosaurs, when they lived, those continents were all still together.
Yeah.
They didn't live on the continents we know now. They lived on something that was much closer to Pangea,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And so, yeah. History's
And
crazy.
I think up to 70 years ago or 80 years ago, people believed that the Earth was always looking, was always like it was,
Right.
yeah, like it is
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Yeah, and the idea of Pangea hadn't even been thought up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome.
Absolutely.
Nuts.
Well, is it time for another drink? And a slurp?
Dang. It's like these are just going down. Like, I don't feel them, actually.
You
I can't feel them.
So we're gonna need.
It's going to be a terrible morning.
Yeah.
It's going to be a terrible morning. I'm going to have to get up early and take the train to Vienna with this man.
Ja, toll. Aber lass dir Zeit. Danke dir. That was Victor. Victor's our waiter. He's been here also for almost 20 years. We love him. He's a good dude. Makes the best food. He doesn't.
He watched our show. He told us today that he watched our show.
Yeah, he's seen ISBAS. He's seen
ISBAS. I mean ISBAS, not the English.
The show was great, by the way. I really
Thank you.
All
enjoyed
right.
it.
What
Yeah.
was one moment that you thought that moment really worked? That was really fun.
That the one moment where I don't know, where you kind of make the butterflies around the couple. Yeah,
that whole moment where the two of them in front of the thing.
That was great.
So good. All right. What was one moment that didn't work?
That didn't work.
Where you could see,
The
it's
two-
supposed to work, but it didn't quite work.
The two cats didn't work at all. They were just there, and then
Yeah,
it
nothing,
worked.
nothing came out of the cats. And also in that story, it's just because we didn't have enough time. In that story, I wanted one more to jump ahead another 10 years to 1984 to that shitty color, television that's oversaturated and in 4:3, to finish the pattern. And the cats needed one more scene too, and that would.
They had to be Maine Coons or
Well, yeah, it would have brought it around. Yeah, okay. I think those are very fair, very fair
fair dinkum.
moments.
Well done.
Have you seen theater in 2021? I mean, since the pandemic, or is this your first show coming up?
No, that's my first show since the pandemic.
How did it feel for you?
Very, very good. It was amazing.
It's nice. It's just so nice to get out again.
Yes, I've been to a concert, I think, in October last year, also outside, but it was just too cold. But now it works. Yeah, it's really cool to sit outside, to watch theater outside. It's really cool.
We're asking everybody about their favorite concert. Do you have a favorite concert?
Favorite concerts.
Best concert you ever went to?
I think the one by Udo Jürgens when I was 11.
Udo Jürgens.
Not Voodoo.
Not Voodoo Jürgens, der gleich kommt hier nach Linz,
Yes.
but
And I've been
Udo
at
Jürgens.
his last October.
Do you remember what the concert tour was called?
Some silly Schlager name. I have no idea.
Ich war noch
Yes.
niemals in Le Long.
Yeah.
I think
In POSTHOF.
I think it's it's difficult to frame Udo Jürgens at the moment because there's that whole Schlager thing going on, right? But Udo Jürgens is a lot more than Schlager, right? There is Schlager, and I would say, okay, if you want to, you can put Udo Jürgens into that Schlager thing. But to me, he's a much better songwriter than you will generally find in Schlager. He's a much, much better musician, and he is a top-level entertainer.
Absolutely.
I agree
And
wholeheartedly
I
with that.
think that 10 or 15 years from now, or maybe 20 years from now, we're going to look back and we're going to go, oh, fuck, that Udo Jürgens guy, he's like on the same level as Sinatra or
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
what's that Welsh guy?
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, right? Maybe Tom Jones more, right?
Yeah. Tom Jones of Austria.
Yeah, Foy.
That's the kind of level I like.
Last summer, no, the summer before, pre-pandemic summer, I went to go see a production of Ich war noch niemals in New York, which is a musical that was written like with all of Udo Jürgens' hits in the story. It's kind of like what they did with Mamma Mia, where they took the songs from ABBA and put them into a story.
Or I Am From Austria.
Or I Am From Austria, exactly. So Ich war noch niemals in New York. And I went to Switzerland and saw it on a Seebühne, which was beautiful. You had these like mountains and this lake and this Seebühne, and a former acting student of mine was starring in this. She was playing the role of it's not the the porter. No, what is the role? It was the first time a woman had been cast as this role. Do you know which role I'm talking about? It's the one who goes around, and it was crazy. What did they call her? Oh, this is terrible. I'm too drunk to finish the story. Anyway, Ich war noch niemals in New York.
But
Jürgen's
in
musical.
I'm From Austria, the porter was also a woman. I think it was Dolores Schmiedinger.
But that was afterwards. Yeah,
That was afterwards.
That was
but
afterwards.
The
Exactly.
pattern continued.
That's right.
Kind of,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. Are you a fan of musicals?
Oh yeah. I haven't watched so many, but I really enjoy them. Once I'm bless you.
Thank you.
Once
Sorry.
I'm in musical. I really enjoy them. Yeah. And Mamma Mia or Die Schöne und das Biest or I'm From Austria. Yeah.
We did a show with the English Lovers called Musical, the Musical.
I went to this show.
You went and saw Musical, the
I
Musical?
saw musical, the musical. That's another musical to add.
Do you remember which iteration of the musical you saw?
Wow. No.
Really?
Don't worry.
Dankeschön.
I think I only played 3 of those shows, and I can't remember which iterations of that musical I played either. So you're not alone.
I once been to
Wer ist? Ah, du bist
Du bist Ada. Okay, cool. Wir sehen uns gleich. Sehr gut. So, auf jeden Fall, that was all kinds of stuff. I don't know, Michael. How are you feeling?
I think we've done enough live from Linz.
Yeah, I think
it's-
we can't even handle this. There's been
I
a
think
lot
you've
of.
done a really good
I once
job.
had a weekend musical workshop once with Ich war noch niemals in New York. Hold on a second, Sophie, come say hi.
Yeah,
'cause
Sophie needs to come say
everybody
hi.
knows. Everybody knows Sophie. Sophie's been a guest. Sophie's from the English Lovers. We're a big fan of Sophie. It was Sophie's first time in Linz, and she did awesome. Didn't she do awesome? Right?
lovely ice skating. It was
Oh yes,
Thank you.
amazing. Ice skating was amazing.
I'll see you guys in a sec, yeah?
Okay, good. See you in a minute. I once had a weekend musical workshop once with Ich war noch niemals in New York. Yeah, see, there you go. He did title songs for TV shows.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what that means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Pavlov?
I think it's a good thing.
You think it's a good thing? We're just gonna. This is Kathy Tanner. Yeah.
Kathy Tanner.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy Tanner in the chat. All right.
Great.
So I think we're going to have to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye to our guest, Lucas. Lucas, thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you for the picture. Did we get the picture?
Well,
Not yet.
I gave him my phone number.
Okay. Well,
So,
we're going to buy this picture at some point because Lucas is going to trying to sell it to
And
us.
I'm gonna,
I think we're going to throw him
send
a bone
him
and sell it to him.
a link to the show, and then he can decide whether he's going to show it to his students or not.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank
and
you
we'll
so
see you
much.
next time.
Yeah,
Thank
see you
brother.
next time.
Thank
Thank
you.
for being here, mate.
And to everybody else in ISBAS land, Michael, come on in here. Check this out. We're going to come in tight and close and say good night, everybody. Thank you all very much for joining us. We're always happy that people come around. Yes, Anna saw Sophie.
Pavlov.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good thing. So hello to Pavlov and to Moko. Bye. Bye, Moko. Bye, guys. Bye, Lucas. I got nothing. This has been too hard. Wait, we can't leave yet. We can't leave yet. We have to.
What? We've been live and light from Linz. We're really live and light from Linz. Yes. Okay. We're going to get people to come in and say hi.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. We can't be here and not have people say hi.
Ja, Kamera, geil. Ich bin dabei.
Ja.
Was gibt's?
Okay. Ciao. Come sit here. Martina, hold on a second. Just ganz kurz da.
Mathis.
Moving closer.
Also es läuft, ja?
Moving closer.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
like
Also das.
so this is Andreas and Martina.
Hello.
Andreas is from fast food and he moderated the show tonight, and Martina is from Theater in Bahnhof, and they kicked our asses tonight. We tried our best, but they did kick our asses.
But it was a great show.
But we had a really fun show. Yeah. So, you guys, favorite concert of all time?
Sorry, favorite concert?
Favorite
Paul
concert.
Simon Graceland in Essen live with the whole band. It was absolutely highlight. Miriam Makeba was there and different.
amazing.
He was the only white man on stage, this little guy, and
Lady Smith Black Mambazo
everybody
and,
was there.
and
Right.
that amazing bass player he picked up. I can't remember. Great.
Yeah.
Favorite concert of all time?
I tell you, yourself. Martina is a singer herself. So
I have in mind the first time, or not the first time. Was it the first time? The right time I saw my now boyfriend on stage, and then the night was great.
what was he playing? What kind of music? What
I
style?
think it didn't matter actually, because you saw him on stage and you're like, I want him. That's the one.
You forget him.
okay.
You forget the music.
Yeah.
You only.
But he
Favorite
was
concert.
he was the best.
Was your favorite concert the concert where you met your guy? Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's such a Martina.
No, I knew him before, but yes, and then I
then you saw him doing
on
what he does.
stage.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean,
Yes.
how sexy is it to see people who that you already think are kind of hot do something that they're awesome at? That's the
It's not
sexiest
all.
thing in the world.
Yeah, the most sexiest thing is if they play music. So if a man is in the wave, you know. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
And he can sing.
And he has
play.
beautiful eyes and something like this. Huh?
Yeah. That
And
was-
beautiful other things.
So, Andreas,
Yes.
what's your next show going to be? Are you going to be playing live again before the season's over, or
My next show, this is a good question, on Monday. If there are enough people to watch,
who are you playing for? What are you playing for?
we're playing in Munich in the Schlachthof. And it's in the beer garden.
So it's outdoor.
It's outdoor, and yeah, we have. It's a bit slow. People are coming very zögerlich.
Yeah.
Sag mal auf Englisch.
Yeah, well, this is a multilingual show. You
Achso,
can speak
ja,
German.
ach so, ja, gut,
Ja.
okay, zögerlich. Die Leute kommen. Leute, ihr müsst ins Theater gehen, nicht nur vor der Kiste sitzen. Ihr müsst euren Arsch hochkriegen, aber ihr seid wahrscheinlich sowieso die Richtigen, oder? Oder seid ihr die jetzt vorm Ding sitzen? Gibt es irgendwelche Kommentare?
I
irgendwo?
don't know how many people we've
Haben wir
got
Kommentare?
in Munich.
We were saying goodbye and then
Anne Raab? Ist Anne Raab da?
Anne Raab ist da.
Anne Raab ist da. Hallo Anne. Schön dich zu sehen. Also ich sehe dich ja nicht, aber schön, dass du mich siehst.
Ja, und weil wir im WLAN sind, wir haben ungefähr
Eine Verzögerung von 200 Sekunden.
yeah, it's pretty long.
Genau.
Right now.
Latenzzeit. Fachbegriff, Latenzzeit. So,
Yeah, but did you introduce these two?
yes.
Good job.
Yes. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Yeah, he's
Also
going
he's
solo.
great.
He's going solo.
Yeah.
He's really the talent. I've just been holding him back.
Jim is my tech support.
Yeah.
And Martina, what's your next show? What are you doing next?
Next Thursday, it's improv in Leibniz. With the same Leibniz in the south of Graz, in the
Something's
south
happened
of
with the
Austria.
camera.
And with the same two women I perform tonight.
The lovely ladies of Tib.
Yes.
The lovely ladies of Tib are going to be putting out a calendar.
Menstruationskalender. Entschuldigung. Sorry.
And
Pin-up calendar.
and
Theater pin-up calendar.
theater pin-up calendar called
Yeah.
the Lovely Ladies Tip. And Martina, I think, is going to be
January.
January. Right.
January.
Do you know what your outfit's going to be?
With the two faces.
With the
I
two
like
faces.
That.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that idea.
Right.
Where is that?
And my
Online?
birthday
Is it
on the,
online?
on the
Online?
same day like Elvis Presley
You have the same birthday as
and
Elvis
David
Presley?
Bowie. Yeah.
Wait, David Bowie and Elvis Presley were born on the same day?
Fucking,
Yes, 80s.
fucking factoid. Where's the factoid, man? Jesus.
Factoid.
You just got factoided. You're welcome.
So
That was a definite
tell us
factoid.
tell us that factoid again. Who was born on the same day? David Bowie and Elvis Presley were born on the same day, and you.
Me. Yeah. And Willy Milovic, but I don't know.
Willy
Milovic.
Das ist ein rheinischer Junge, der kommt aus Köln.
I'm an actor
So,
from
that
Germany.
is Köln. That is Kölsches.
Okay, these people are taking over our show. Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Sagen wir mal, das ist eine
Get out of our show.
wunderbare Singsang, der Junge. Ne? Der hat immer so eine Kassengestellbrille an. Ne? Oh. Willi Milovic, ganz
Okay,
okay.
Andreas Wolf,
Yeah, Michael Schmudi.
you're a hero.
Power.
You're a hero, but you weren't born on the same day as David Bowie. And
I
Elvis
don't know
Presley.
who's born on my day. Sorry.
You don't know who was born on your day?
I know
Do you know
I'm-
who was famous? Person famous that was born on your birthday?
There is nobody famous born on my birthday.
When's your birthday?
22nd of July. See?
That would be amazing if you were like
22nd. I'm second.
James Mason.
Just
22nd.
without 20. It's more or less the same. But more.
1. November. An meinem Geburtstag.
Ich kenne den Andi Behmel, but you don't know him. He's an
Andi
architect.
Behmel.
Andi
No.
Behmel.
The most famous Andi
November?
Behmel.
I think yes.
Wow.
And Robert Pesci, I think. He's a musician.
Oh, I
think
know
it's the
Robert
4th of-
Pesci.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's the 4th of November. Yes, of course you do. Yeah. Robert Pesci is am 4. November. I'm quite sure.
Also wenn wir jetzt über lauter Musiker reden, sollen wir den Leuten jetzt was singen?
Wann hast du Geburtstag?
Das ist
When
talking.
is your birthday?
2nd of July.
Nobody's born on the 2nd of July. You're alone.
No. There are some, but I don't know.
So, God, no, this is going to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Sollen wir
It
wieder
already
gehen?
has.
It's this. I was going to go off on a complete tangent.
No, I think-
but
I
I
think
don't
what
think
we-
we have time for that.
No, I think we need to shut it down because we should be also nice to our live people
They're
here.
waiting for you.
They're all waiting for us. So, let's say goodbye to
Let's put
Martina
our
and
heads in
Andreas.
front of the
Yeah, let's
the
say
guests.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're gonna say goodnight to our guests, Martina and Andreas, or Moni, and and to everybody else. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and everyone in between.
Don't have improvisers on your show; they will break it.
Next week is our last show. It's our last show next week. It'll be number 50. And we don't know what we're going to do yet. There's going to be some surprises. But we will be back at our regularly scheduled time of 8:30 on Thursday, bringing some sense back into your week. So hopefully we'll see you all then. This is us saying goodbye. It was been a weird one. Michael, do you have anything to say here?
Yeah, I'm Pavlov. I don't know who the hell David Spade is, but thank you for posting that.
And Danny Glover? Danny Glover?
Oh,
David Spade is a very famous comedian, actor.
yeah.
You've seen
yeah,
him before, I'm sure.
I don't really care.
He can be very funny.
Yeah.
All right. Good
Danny
night,
Glover,
everybody.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'll take the Danny Glover.
Usually on ISBAS, at the end, we do two things. We say thank you. We say this has been the best ISBAS ever.
And then we hug it out.
And then we hug it out. So group hug. Group hug. Because here comes the credits. Group hug. Where are my credits? Where are the credits?
Mooch.
We didn't even do it.
Bing, bang.
we got this great technology and we
should say
can't find the
credits
fucking
somewhere. I
credits.
can't.
Man hört das.
Post credit weirdness. You guys were supposed to be weird.